What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel where I try to do tips on lighting and behind the scenes for weddings and portraits. And today we're going to just jump right into a wedding I shot a few months ago. The first portion of it was at the Lumber Baron Inn in Colorado, which is a very old 1800s mansion home that is now a bed and breakfast and a wedding venue. And these are my butter jams of places I love to shoot. I don't know if that makes sense. Butter jams, but yes, they are butter jams. And I just love the architect and just the history. You walk in there and you see the pictures on the wall of the people that built this house. They had 5 kids, and you just imagine them sitting in the diner room in the 1800s, and you're like, wow. All the people that walked through this house and ups and downs in life through this home and just the history. And it has a history of being haunted. Little background, I talked to the couple, I booked the couple, and a week later I realized when I was looking at stuff on the website that I just saw this on one of those ghost hunter movies, and 2 paranormal people were staying there for a week and experiencing these things, and I thought, wow, that's even cooler yet. So there's a little history on that. If you want to look it up, go check it out, Lumber Baron Inn. Go to my website. I got a blog. I'll put that in the link below, and there is some links on that blog for the history of the Lumber Baron Inn and the story behind that. So, but anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right into the footage here. This was just right after we did a first look at some family formals inside because it was very sunny and it was during the day. And I just love this. Like I said, the inside of this place was just beautiful. So here we're just kind of doing a few couples photos before the ceremony, and I'll just let the images show. So as you can see, I'll just kind of paint the scene right here. Let me zoom in. So I have two of my Manfrotto 12-foot stands. They're probably around 7 foot or so right at the moment, and I got two 8200s on there. I got a mag grids on both of them just to kind of direct the light more so this doesn't spill too much on the walls. And here I just told them to sit down. They just got a glass of wine to enjoy, and we'll just kind of go from there. And let's see. So first off, I took a test shot, and I am adjusting the lights just because they were a little too high. They were kind of bright up on the top here. They were kind of overshooting the couple. What I kind of wish I would have done is kind of got them even higher and actually directed them down more now after I did the photo. Just as you can see on the background on my camera there, just for a moment here, let me stop it. But it kind of did still spill on the walls, which was fine. It didn't really ruin the picture at all. I could darken a little bit in post, but if I would have put it up higher and kind of directed it down more, I think it would have saved on spraying more light on the wall. It would have been more down low. So, but just something to think about. There's a few different options I could have done, but always in the moment, and then afterwards I always think of, well, I could have probably done a little better, which is good. You're always testing yourself in the waters. But actually I want to try this without. That's cool, actually. Actually, I kind of like it. Actually, yes, they just I like it without the lights because it's like a silhouette. So if you just look straight at each other, so I can see the side profile of your faces. I like how, yeah, that's perfect. Striking. What does it say? Very striking. So I'm going to pull up my Lightroom here as I'm shooting this. And as you can see, this is like the first photo. One of the first photos I took here. I'm just going to pause this real quick. And let's just go full screen here. Cool. So this is with the light, as you can see. So as what I was kind of trying to go for here just get, you know, the light on the couple, which if I was a little bit higher, it would have been more dramatically down, I guess. The shadows would have been down here more, but I love, like I said, I just love, you know, like the ceiling of this, the chandelier, the pictures, just everything about this house is just pretty epic. So I just wanted to kind of darken all this other tables and noise and just kind of pop them out of it with that light. And then as I was telling them, like, oh, I kind of like it just as a silhouette without the light. So I did shut the light off. And that's the cool thing about off-camera lighting. Like I set up my lights, they're all ready to go. I got the settings dialed, then I know what it is. You know, my settings were 1/200th of a second. You know, I got what is it? F5 ISO 160, and then I'm using my 20mm Z lens 1.8 for my Nikon Z2. So really simple, just 200 F5. I wanted to get kind of all the details of the area instead of, you know, bokeh anything out or blur anything out. And it's just more of a, and then plus a 20mm, you know, everything's gonna be pretty much in focus at F5 in this situation. And then, as I was saying, go to the next image. So this is at 1/400th of a second, f3.5, ISO 160 still, same lens, same camera. So I just adjusted it just a little bit, f400 natural light, so there's no blur or nothing. I popped it back up. I think I had it set there, so every time I shut my flash off, it just goes automatically to 140. But f3.5, I just used that to adjust the light instead of the ISO real quick to change the scene. But you can just see the difference in just how dark it is now and just dramatic. And I just wanted the chandelier. Basically, I set my settings so the chandelier and the window light wasn't too blown out, but I just wanted to accentuate the chandelier in the room. So just kind of darken it to that light so it looks more dramatic. And then you zoom in and the window light does the rest. You know, it gives a little bit of light on their faces. Told them to clink the glasses together, and the light will make them pop out because the glasses are in the shadow there, and then they're in the light, so we get the backlight. So it's just a very easy and quick change. So with light, without light, you know, all it takes. And this one is, so this is one without light, so you can kind of see the black and white, the difference. Light on their face, light not on their face. Here's another one with light when they're clinking the glasses, so you can see the spill light on the sides, even with a grid. I could have put another grid on, but I'm okay with that. You know, it does kind of make so you can still see it's not totally dark. Like this is totally dark pretty much, especially this one. It's really dark. I really darkened it up, but I kind of like this just because it shows the color of the walls, it shows the pictures, and I'm okay with that little glare on the wall. It doesn't affect me. Dun, dun, and that's it. And this one, I just kind of got the window flare. You can see where the sun was during the day, starting to come in. So I got that little sun flare as they were feeding each other their drink. So Armand and Lauren were awesome at this wedding day. They were one of the funnest couples ever. And then here I just kind of zoomed in. I started taking more photos of the just tight shots, and a lot of these were more natural light. So, but see, she's so awesome. She loves making faces. But anyways, that is all I really wanted to show you. And I just want to jump on here real quick and I've been going through all the footage, and this one just kind of jumped out at me just because the two different looks. Oops. And again, if I go back to the lights, you can kind of see I do got a mag grid on each one of them, and then the 8200s just kind of directed at them. So that is all, guys. I just want to I hope that was quick enough. This is less than 10 minutes, so okay, cool. But yeah, so just the difference, the thing I want to alliterate on this photo session is that I love off-camera lighting, but always remember, like, to try to mix in the natural light too. If you're just an off-camera guy and you think, oh, I love that look and everything, which that's how I always kind of been. I always roll towards that more. But remember natural light too, you know, especially if you're shooting by yourself. So a lot of times if I have a second photographer, I'll just tell them, you know, you just focus in, get different angles while I'm doing couples photos and just shoot natural light, and then I'll worry about, you know, off-camera lighting. And a lot of times when I'm setting up a light or moving something or something, I'll just say, hey, you want to just take over and pose them and do your thing, you know, and then I'll just kind of jump in and take over again. And it's kind of fun to see what they do and how they pose and all that stuff as well. But again, you know, if you're by yourself, you know, I try to mix in a little bit of natural light and off-camera lighting just to give them the two dynamic looks. That changes the total picture, even outside too. You know, you get the bright sky and the bright lights, and then you can just dramatic it down to make it just a very darker looking scene and them just popping out of it. So I love both, but I'm more of a light guy. So I hope that helps. And yeah, thanks again for coming back, and yeah, welcome to my channel. Here, I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to cut this out either, because I just want to tell you, subscribe, hit the bell, like that thumbs up thing on the YouTube, and that's all I got. Next time.